myself again, Tina Hu. Some of you probably have already met me through the MBA tours and advising sessions. For those of you attend my sessions, thank you for your time. And for those of you who I haven't had the pleasure connecting yet, thanks again for joining this session. And joining me today is also my colleague, Patricia. Patricia, you can just wave to the attendees. Thank you. And so we will, Patricia will be answering your questions in the chat box along the way. We will have a Q&A period in the end. So just quick glance of agenda today. So today I will be talking about the program overview that includes the career tracks, summer experience, the GIE. GIE stands for Global Immersion Experience. GNAM stands for Global Network for Advanced Management and Global Exchange. And I will also be talking about the dual degree with the Yale Master of Advanced Management. And in the second half, I'll be talking about the Harry B. Varshney Business Career Center support and touch on a little bit of the scholarships as well as the application process and tips. Then in the end, again, there will be Q&A session. Okay, so heading into this session today, why UBC MBA? I'm sure you will have different reasons. I just want to talk about that we are ranked #1 business program in Canada. In fact, we're ranked #1 for 7 years in a row. That is ranked at Michelin's University Program Rankings. UBC is also ranked number 38 in QS 2025. We have over 49,000 alumni over 98 countries, so very large network support. UBC is also a very diverse university where we welcome students from all over the world. So Vancouver, for those of you who are here, you know how beautiful Vancouver is. For those of you who haven't been here yet, I just want to give you a little bit more information about Vancouver. So Vancouver is a very diverse and vibrant city, making it an excellent place to continue your academic journey. Known for its mild winters compared to many other Canadian cities, Vancouver typically experiences little to no snow. Although I have to say this year we do experience a few days of snow, but it melted really quickly. But if you're really interested in snow or love snow, Whistler just 2 hours away from Vancouver where you can ski. So if you are from a warmer part of the world, as I touched on a little bit about the mild weather, you may appreciate Vancouver's milder climate. Especially sometimes compared to other part of Canada, you may see -30 degrees. So also Vancouver, not sure if any of you know, often referred to as the Hollywood North, is a popular filming location for many famous movies, including Mission Impossible, Star Trek, The Man of Steel, and many more. You may even spot a movie star while walking around the city. Our MBA graduates have gone on to work at companies such as SAP, Amazon, Microsoft, Hootsuite, and Vancouver-based Lululemon. Other employers include BC Hydro, Aricia, the Big Four, and the Big Five banks. Just to show you our class profile for the class of 2023 and class of 2024, you can see on this screen. You can see there's more women representation for class of 2024, and similarly for this incoming cohort, which is class of 2026. You will see more women representation as well. In terms of GMAT, you notice that the average GMAT score is also higher for class of 2024. You also notice that there's a larger percentage of domestic students for the class of 2024, as well as for this incoming cohort. So moving on to what full-time at UBC MBA looks like. So this is a really quick roadmap of your UBC MBA journey here. It is this total 16 months, and the program usually begins the last week of August. And the last week of August usually is the opening week. It's not your time to study yet, but it's your time to really meet your cohort, your professors or dean, and or staff members here to support you along the way. So for those of you coming to Vancouver from overseas, I recommend arriving at least a month before the program starts. And this will give you the time to settle in, explore UBC campus. UBC campus is a very large campus, so it takes time to really get to know the places on campus. And enjoy Vancouver's best weather, usually is in the summer. So in September, after the Labor Day long weekend, we will start the foundation courses. The foundation courses usually is about general management. As you progress through those courses, you will engage in integrated case learning, a core method used throughout the program. Your first fall semester ends with a local consulting project, providing a strategic opportunity for you to build your resume. And this will take you up to the Christmas break. So as I recall, usually the last exam usually will happen on the second week of December. Then you will have about 2.5 weeks of Christmas break. Now, after the holiday break, you will begin your career tracks. There are 5 designated career tracks, each with a different focus, plus a custom track where you can mix and match courses from the various tracks. We'll dive into those tracks later in the presentation. And in February and March the following year, you will undertake an international consulting project and GIE, so the Global Immersion Experience. The Global Consulting Project starts shortly after you come back from the Christmas break. You will spend about 6 weeks preparing before traveling abroad to visit the site, meet management, and pitch your solutions. This project offers a unique opportunity to build your resume again with both local and international consulting experience, providing a global business perspective. So as you can see, the first column, which is dark blue, the period 1 and 2, it's the first semester, which is September to January. You will complete the foundation and modules courses, including accounting, economics, marketing, as well as practical classes such as leadership development and decision-making for managers. So the tracks. We have 5 different tracks here, as you can see on the screen, and you do not need to make your final decision when you submit your application. You are welcome to indicate your desired career track, but you have plenty of time to finalize your decision until the career track starts in January after the Christmas break. So finance track is our oldest track here. Now with the new champion, Glenn Donaldson, started last cycle and leading the track this year as well. This is an exciting option for students interested in finance. So some of the popular courses include FinTech, ESG investment, merger and acquisitions, capital budgeting, financial management. And I just want to mention Glenn's finance track information session will be on August 8th, which is a week from now. If you're interested, please make sure to join us at 8 a.m. Pacific time on August 8th. And the next one is a product service management track. This track really helps students transform market insights into market opportunities, developing skills for both public and private sectors. Popular classes include brand management, supply chain management, and logistics. Now, we have one career track champion for both of the tracks, innovation entrepreneurship, technology, and analytics leadership. And Fraser will provide information session again about those 2 tracks in September. So stay tuned and come back to our website to see we have additional information on the website so you can register for that session. The innovation entrepreneurship, short for IE, this track get you from launch of the startup to early stage commercialization. It covers the necessary skill sets, expectations, and workings of the venture capital and seed fund financing. Now, the TAO track, introduced about 3 years ago, a very popular track, equips you to drive change and lead in the evolving digital age. It is ideal for those of you who are interested in technology industries and consulting with dynamic tech companies. Popular courses you can see on the screen include machine learning and AI commercialization. Now, I want to touch on a little bit of the climate track. It's a brand new track we had since the last last year. So we launched last fall with the track champion Justin Ball. This track offers courses in climate economics and markets, climate and ESG accounting and reporting, among others as well. So there are many courses for you to choose. UBC Sauder is also ranked 16th in the world in Corporate Night 2023 Better World MBA ranking for sustainability-focused MBA programs. Now there's a custom track, which I did not put on this slide. So the custom track really tailors your MBA to your own needs based on your own course selections. So basically you just pick and choose different courses from all these 5 tracks to make your own track. This is our very exciting global immersion experience. Those 3 locations are the locations our current student went this year. So for global immersion, our students have the opportunity to choose from the destinations usually presented to you in the fall when you start the program. And this year, again, you can see they went to Chile, Cape Town, and Singapore. This is a mandatory program and allows you to expand your network and gain global perspective. So for instance, if you are interested in natural resources, you may choose Chile or Cape Town. If innovation and finance interest you, you could select Singapore. Before start the consulting project, you will be informed about the available countries and the companies. So you don't get to choose which company you will be working with. You'll be assigned a company to work with your team. But you will have the opportunity to rank the locations from 1 to 3, for example, and we'll try our best to match your top choice. So the summer experience month that you will have the 3 options on the screen on this slide. And during the summer, the majority of the students will choose for a paid internship, which lasts about 4 months. The shortest term you can do is 8 weeks. You cannot do less than that. So the 4 months will typically offers an average salary of 4,700 Canadian dollar per month. Alternatively, you can choose to launch a new business idea or working on a research project. So after the summer, you will continue with more elective courses, and you also have the option to participate in an international exchange program. Just quick information. By the way, those information will be part of the employment report, which will be ready in about 2 weeks. So you will be able to download this report from our website. So this shows the internship for the class of 2024. As you can see, the average salary for the summer per month is 4,700 Canadian dollar, and the range is from 650 all the way to 15,000. Normally on the higher range, it refers to either finance or consulting industry. And I know it's small, but the top industry for the internships is technology. So 40% of the class join the technology industry, followed by consulting and healthcare industry. The Global Network for Advanced Management is a unique opportunity where UBC is the only Canadian school in this network. And it's spearheaded by Yale School of Management. This network includes 32 leading business schools worldwide, such as Berkeley and Oxford. The program features a 1-week Global Advanced Management Week, bringing together top students from all over the world, providing an excellent platform for business networking and meeting new people. The Global Network Week can be either virtual, with a small networking online courses, or in person at one of the 32 participating schools. So this is an option program. It's not mandatory, but you can earn credits toward your MBA program at Sauder. As I mentioned earlier, you do have the opportunity to do the exchange program. So toward the end of your studies, which is the last semester, you will have the option to choose international exchange, which is different from the GIE and GMAT. It's an option, again, optional component of the MBA where you can go for either half semester or the entire semester to participate in one of the 34 exchange partner schools with UBC across the world. All right, so this is I want to share with you this year, which is new as well. But the program, the partnership is not new, but the slides are new for this cycle. And thanks so much to our Yale colleagues to provide the additional 3 slides this time. So I will be speaking on their behalf and presenting this information on their behalf. If you have additional information, questions about the Yale MAM program, you're welcome to send them an email, which will be on the 3rd slide. So the Yale School of Management Master of Advanced Management, short for MAM, program is a 1-year degree program for exceptional MBA students from top business schools around the world. The MAM program is a post-MBA degree program where students join a community dedicated to educating leaders for business and society to expand upon what they have learned in their MBA program. So this is a class profile, as you can see on the slide. 45 MBA graduates representing 19 different countries. 96% are international passport holders. The average age of the group is 31, which is quite similar to what we have in terms of the cohort. And 35% of this cohort are women. Each year brings a new cohort to campus, but they hope this gives you an idea of what a typical MAM cohort looks like. So why choose MAM? At Yale School of Management, you will have the opportunity to take a deep dive into the field of interest, working with leading minds from around the world who come to Yale. Perhaps there's a particular topics you're passionate about and subject you want to go deeper into. In the MAM, you can take courses on this and specialize in the topic area. Or maybe there are topics you're interested in and never had opportunity to learn about, or topics you just want to add to your management education. You will have the opportunity to explore new interests and ideas on a wide variety of the classes and topics. The MAM curriculum is comprised of 2 required courses and then the rest of the courses of your choice. Students can choose from over 170 different elective courses at the School of Management.
You should have.
Oh, thank you. And so we just friendly remember, make sure that you mute yourself throughout the presentation. If you have any questions, feel free to type in the chat box. And so students can choose from the over 170 different elective courses at the School of Management, or from over 1,000 different elective courses at Yale's other 12 professional schools. The opportunities are endless, and it's really up to you to customize your curriculum and make the MAM experience what you really want to be. As alum, you will have the benefit of the 2 alumni network from Sauder MBA as well as Yale, and be best positioned for a global career. Finally, you're joining a community of purposes. So a mission-driven institution dedicated to educating leaders who will tackle the most challenging problems facing business today in all sectors, public, private, and nonprofit. So what this program looks like, you will give 2 master's degrees in 2 countries at 2 global business schools in 2 years. I know there are a lot of 2s, but it's easier to remember this way. So the first year you will be at UBC to complete your UBC Sauder MBA portion. And your second year will be at Yale to complete your MAM. Credits from your elective courses at Yale will transfer back to your MBA program here. So you will graduate with 2 degrees after the 2 years. There are 2 application pathways that you can see on the screen. And so the first one is that if you're interested in the dual degree option, and you know that now, you can apply to the Yale MAM concurrently with your MBA application to UBC. Candidate will fill out their application online, and while they're applying for the UBC or after being accepted at UBC, but not yet starting the program. The second option is for candidates who are already enrolled at the UBC MBA program or alumni of the UBC MBA program. So again, the candidate will fill the application online. For a candidate who are alumni, you will not be enrolled in the dual degree program. However, they want to let you know that you are still able to apply. Is anyone who have their speaker on? If any of you, if you can kindly check your, if you unmute yourself, please make sure you mute yourself. Thank you. All right, so last slide about Yale with contact information here. And you can see that the applications, again, to be complete online, that you will be asked to upload transcripts from your degree granting institutions, the undergrad and MBA. And if you haven't started your MBA program, you can include a note that you do not yet have a grade from your MBA program. So, a one-page resume, a GMAT GRE test score, 2 letters of recommendation. One need to be from professional source, so in your professional career. And then the second one need to be coming from your dean or director of your MBA program. So if you have not yet started your MBA, the second recommender can be from another person of your choice. There are 3 short answer questions, essay questions, video questions, and there will be video recorded response to a series of questions. There's no preparation necessary for this portion of the application. The application fee is $95 US dollar, and interviews will be completed over Zoom. So make sure that you have all the dates recorded. So they have 3 rounds of application deadlines. And if you have any questions, make sure to send an email to the one that on this slide. One of the members of their team will be really happy to speak with you. Okay, so coming back to our program here, we do have additional support here at Harry B. Varshney Business Career Center. So along your program, you will get the support from the Business Career Center. You will have a career strategist and guided career development, which include one-on-one professional career coaching, mentorship programs with our UBC alumni, exclusive job listings, different types of career training programs. You will have everything you need to help you reach your career goal. BCC, in short, will tailor their approach with our graduate population to ensure that their approach is current and supportive. So for MBA, full-time MBA, you will have a career exploration and navigation, job search strategies, interview prep, negotiation offers and compensation. There will also be various of events, including employer alumni events, skill development workshops, company information sessions, and topics include navigating the Canadian market, LinkedIn recruitment in the consulting industry, and also there's digital career playbook that you have access to. Will have ongoing support, resources, and tools. You will have a career development week, which will be in the first year in the fall. And topics, again, includes emotional intelligence, strengths, storytelling, LinkedIn, networking, interviews, and many more. There are a few application-based mentorship and training programs you can be part of. So those 2 I'd want to mention are a strategic consulting mentorship program, in short is SCMP, It's an alumni managed program. The second one is the brand management mentorship program. In short, is BMMP. It's also alumni managed program. The second year, you will have optional skills development workshops. The topics include market trends, resume cover letters, negotiation skills, working in different cities, and more. So just to let you know that activities can evolve annually to ensure their approach is current and support is relevant to the job market. So the full-time MBA career information session with our Associate Director, Mary Cohen, which will be on, I can't remember exact the date, but it will be mid-September. Please make sure to check back on the website to learn more about our career center and the support they have for you. This is, again, will be part of the employment report. I just want to share quickly with you here. You can see the class of 2022 and the class of 2023. The median salary has increased in 2023 to $101,000. The BC salary has also seen some increase from 94,000 to 100,000. Where Ontario sees some reduced salary numbers. BC economy has been strong over the past year. Again, majority of the class decided to stay within BC. Scholarships and awards. We have a lot of choices here. So if you're interested in the regional scholarships, it usually comes with a deadline on the second application deadline, first application deadline, October 15th. So do make sure you send me an application in order to be considered for the regional scholarships here. As you can see that normally the typical range is from 10,000 to 60,000. With the exception to the Canadian Top Talent Scholarships will be 10,000 to the full tuition fee. Additional scholarships can be seen on the website, just information here on this slide. We do offer half tuition fee scholarships as well as full ride scholarships. Make sure that if you have all the necessary documents ready and you just need to submit your application, then hopefully you can submit your application before the early entrance deadline, which is September 3rd. So September 3rd this year will be our early bird deadline. That means you need to provide a full application. So not only submitting your application on the portal, as well as providing all the required documents, including copy of transcript and degree certificate. If you need to provide the GMAT GRE official report, as well as English testing report. Also, your 2 reference letters need to be in by September 3rd to be considered for the early entrance award. Just touch a little bit on the admissions requirements. It's actually same as last year. Doesn't change much. So again, bachelor degree, GMAT GRE, if you need to take one, we do offer GMAT GRE waiver, which I will talk about in the next slide. Again, that I want to mention something about the GMAT. I know the GMAT has completely changed to the new version starting July 1st. So we still accept the previous GMAT version if your scores are still valid. And the total score is 550 or higher with at least a 50 percentile on each of the quant session and verbal session. So make sure that you have a minimum 2 years full-time work experience past your bachelor degree, okay? So you cannot be within your bachelor studies. You have to graduate from a bachelor degree and accumulate the 2 years. Make sure that you have 2 professional reference letters. It means that you need to obtain those letters from your work. And strongly recommend that you obtain 2 reference letters from your supervisor. It can be current supervisor or previous supervisor. You need to complete the 3 written essay questions or 1 video essay question. So if you're shortlisted after you submit application, you will be invited for an interview. Typically takes about 45 to 60 minutes. For those of you who are interested in applying for the GMAT or GRE waiver, make sure that you check on the website The criteria is actually same as last year, but I do want to say that we do provide a form this year. So if you go on our website, you can see there's a PDF file that provide you a really clear guidance how to provide this statement of qualification. Just to make sure that you provide all the necessary information on that PDF file. Once you finish that file, please make sure you upload that file onto your application portal. Again, the PDF file can be found on the website. We do not accept CPA certificate and LSAT. Maybe it will change next cycles, but for this year, unfortunately, will not be considered the CPA and LSAT. And make sure do not submit a GMAT GRE score that is expired. Just before we head into the last few slides, just give you some application tips here. So number one, you can submit your application without having the GMAT or GRE official score. What does that mean? So when you go on the application portal, you need to complete each tab. There's one tab is called GMAT and GRE. So if you do have the exam date ready and you have that booked, or even you have a date in mind, please make sure you put that date as your potential exam date. Otherwise, you may not be able to submit an application or pass that tab. So make sure you do provide that. And so then for that, you do not need to have a score ready, and you just need a date on your application, but you still can submit your application. Okay. We do need to wait for your official score in order for us to move your application forward. Number two, use our sample resume. If you don't have one, feel free to send us an email, send me an email, appreciation email. We can send you the sample resume. So you will need to upload your resume onto your application portal. Not that we don't respect creativity, we do. However, the sample resume is a really good streamline to approach to the information we'll need from you. For example, you want to list the jobs that you did. And we will also want to know how many months or years that you worked in those places. Other things you may not have thought about adding are things such as your hobby and community service experience, or some trainings that you did, or additional certificate that you want to share with us. Make sure this information you provided is similar to the information we request on the sample resume. Number three, proofread. So proofread your short answer questions. If you're unclear, if you have a clear answer, what you can do is that to send the answer that you have to your close family members or your friends or best friends or your colleagues to see if they can guess the questions. If they can, that means you answered the question clearly. Now, number four, the video essay doesn't need to be a big production. So we're not looking at special effect or editing. What we want to see is that you treat this video like a job interview question and dress properly and make sure your background is organized. When you upload essay, this video essay question, answer to the question, you upload to the website that is a video sharing website. You can list your video unlisted with a password. But do make sure you provide the password, because in the past that we do have the video, but we cannot watch it. So make sure you provide the password. And number five, you want to pick the reference can speak highly of you. And the reference letters are not physical letters from your employer. It is a link that we send to the person that of your choice on your reference tab. So as soon as you put that information on your reference tab on the application portal, including their name, their employer, and their email address, they should receive an email right away from us. So the email will look like so-and-so apply for this program, and here's the link you need to provide as part of your reference letters. So the link will provide will take them to the second page to complete that reference letters online. And so make sure that you tell them ahead of time and let them know that which program you're applying so they can prepare. It really just takes them about 20 minutes of their time. So make sure you talk to them and make sure they know your deadlines. And number 5, number 5, I talk about number 5, and number 6 is show that you have done your research into the program. So one thing is that because we have a fairly small cohort, which is about 100 and 110 students from the MBA program. So competitivity of the fit is quite important to us. So one way to know is that to see if you have done your research about the program, or you can show us who are the teachers or the professors that interest you, where some of the alumni have gone, and where are some of the companies that you wanted to work for. And you may want to add those extra touch as part of your answers to the questions. The last one, the number 7, said don't wait until the deadline submission. Our program is on rolling admission basis, so first come, first serve. The earlier you submit your application, the faster we can get to it and start evaluating and make sure that we move your application forward. So if you wait until the application deadlines, you will probably in the business season of the cycle. So do not wait. Before I move on, I just want to touch on the last piece is that I did not put here, but I also want to mention that please do not use ChatGPT or any AI tools to create your answers, as doing so may result in the rejection of your application. It's often quite easy for us to spot that and identify that, as applicants usually end up with the similar answers. So make sure that you know that and make sure you create your own answers. So the best way to do that is that you know yourself the best. You know your professional experience. You know your personal experience. So provide some detailed examples and share your own stories. Okay, your answers should be unique to your personal experience and professional experience. All right, so some application deadlines here. Make sure, again, submit your application with all the necessary documents if you want to be considered. Want to be considered for those early bird awards. So make sure you have all the documents ready to be submitted along with your application by September 3rd. And you can start your application today. I'm so sorry, this keeps moving itself. And you can send us an email to mba@sauder.ubc.ca or to myself, tina.hu@sauder.ubc.ca, as well as my colleague Patricia here, patricia.wang@sauder.ubc.ca. All right, so I conclude my presentation today. I'm sure you have a lot of questions. I see there's a lot of information in the chat, so I will stop sharing so I can see you. Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining the session. And I can see a lot of people that turn on your camera, which is fantastic. Let's see if you have any questions. You can put your hands up or there are questions in the chat and may be able to answer on the spot. Let's take a look here. I don't see any hands up yet, so I'm going to go back to the very top here. So let's see.
Hi.
Hi.
Thank you for letting me ask a question. I'm interested in the JD MBA program. And obviously I've, read into the MBA program and I know there's multiple tracks as we went over today. I'm curious, is there kind of a set track or do you have that ability to tailor your program a bit and select, for example, the entrepreneurship track or even curate a hybrid between I'm interested in the entrepreneurship and also the product management? Is there that ability to curate it when you're also combining it with a law degree?
Yeah, that's a great question. Thanks for the question. So if you're looking at the GD MBA, the first year will be at law school and the second year will be the UBC MBA program. And then you carry on with your law school in the third and fourth year. Yes, you will have the opportunity to be part of the tracks cohort. And you can choose the track session. For example, you can have a custom track, right? So that means that you are able to combine multiple tracks into this track. The custom track is not a set track. So the custom track is really based on what you're interested in. So each person, and we may have 20 people in the class cohort that choose the custom track, but they are completely different courses. So it's really up to you to make your course selection. Carly, the best thing to do is that when you attend the program, you will attend those track sessions as well. So there are seminars about those sessions, similar to what we have in October, on October 8th, October 22nd. There's September, can't remember the date, but there's going to be track sessions coming up. They will talk about, for example, what courses will be provided and potential the position and careers that you will head into. So yes, you can do definitely multiple tracks in one custom track.
Amazing. Thank you. I'll definitely be looking into those info sessions. Thanks.
Awesome. Yeah, great. Okay, so let me just see here. There's some questions, and sorry, it may take me a while to look into this. I really enjoy that you have all the questions in the chat, and I hope this session is informative enough that you have a lot more questions, and maybe it will come back to us with emails as well. So there's my colleague Patricia mentioned, can we share the slides? Unfortunately, the slides will not be shared, but we will have the recording ready. So if you have want to watch back on this session, we will be providing the recorded session to people who register for the session. The sample resume, yes. I'm not sure if we are able to share the sample resume in the chat though. I can, as part of the email, to send you the sample resume. So you will see that as attachment. Will that work? Okay. So thank you for, wow, there are a lot of different locations. Sorry, I'm still on the top here. And is there any question I should answer? Because I know, Patricia, that you answered quite a lot of questions. If you want to ask questions yourself, please make sure you put your hands up or you just speak. It's your time to ask questions. So I'll just from the bottom I can see it's still sitting here. There's a question, do UBC need else if I have complete a bachelor from India? Yes, so if you complete your bachelor from a school that indicated on this transcript or degree certificate, the medium instruction is in English, then you're exempted from the English proficiency test. But it has to be on the official document. If it's not on any of the official document, but you're pretty sure that your school is medium instruction is in English, then make sure you check onto the school website to see if you can show us that information as well. And at average, how many courses are professional MBA students required to take each semester? So for that, if you're interested, Christina, if you're interested in the professional MBA program, I can't remember how many courses. I think maybe Patricia can speak to it. And so, by the way, I'm leading the MBA program. Patricia, my colleague here, leading the professional MBA program. But we both support the MBA programs here. Oh, I see hands up. Curry?
Hi, thank you. I have a quick question about the transcript from the bachelor's degree. So I had a 1-year exchange outside of my original school during that 4 years of my bachelor's degree. Does that mean I have to also get that like course results during that 1-year period from that specific university that I went to as well?
Yes. So if you can get that information, that would be great. And sometimes I know that when students actually the exchange program within their bachelor degree, some school may not provide anything, just say pass or not pass. If that's the case, let us know. But if they can provide any grade, that would be great.
Okay. I might just have to check back with you by email afterwards just to confirm. But thank you so much.
No worries. Yeah, send me an email. I will just put my email address here. It's easier for everyone, and Patricia's email as well. Okay, very cool.
It's been a while, so thanks for your time. And my question is gonna be like, employment report that I have checked. Of course, I'm aware that it is not the latest one, like you said, but when I checked it, it seems that many students at UBC Sauder, end up working in consulting, finance and the tech industry, if I'm not mistaken, after graduation. I mean, whether that be internship or full-time job. But I'm interested in, let's say, other industries, including CPG industry or whatnot. But can students with other interests such as CPG industry like me can also benefit from let's say BCC or career coaching? And how can we benefit from that kind of thing specifically?
Yeah, great question. Thanks for that question. So there are students are interested in specific field or industry that we may not see a large of number of students, get into. For that, it's really up to you, Riku, to connect with the Business Career Center strategist to let them know from the beginning that which industry you're really interested in. So they can look into those connections and network support to grab those information and connect you with alumni, potentially from those industries, as well as potential job opportunities for you. So MBA is a self-driven program, so make sure you do utilize all the resources we provide here. I'll give you one example. Mining industry. Mining industry is popular, or it is very popular here in BC and as well as Alberta, but not many students get into the industry, right? So for someone who's really interested in mining industry, they will have to really speak up with the Business Career Center, let them know, and they will connect with them with industry leaders potentially or alumni in those industries, so they can start building their network here while they're still completing their program.
All right, so I'm gonna do it proactively, so I appreciate your answer. Thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome. And for those of you who are really interested in learning more about the Career Center and how they can support you, our Career Center session coming up on September, I don't remember the date, sorry. And but we will provide that information online. It will be with our Associate Director, Mary Cohen. She will be sharing the latest trend of the market as well as the support they can provide it to you. So Riku, those will be great questions to Mary.
All right, I appreciate your answer.
You're welcome. Shivani?
Hello, hi. Nice to meet you, and thank you for the great presentation. I have two questions. So just for clarification, for the early bird deadline, do you need the actual physical copy of the transcripts and degrees from all the institutions that you have attended, or just like copy of those uploaded onto the portal?
Yeah, great question. Thanks for that. So to clarify, we only need a copy of those information for
perfect.
For application purposes. So once you get offer information, you will be sent with the offer. On the offer itself would say that you still have to fulfill the requirement and condition that providing the official transcript and documents and degree document from your school. So that time we'll need a physical copy or electrical copy. We have different options, but we do need official report documents from them.
Thank you. And my second question was, so I did my bachelor's from Canada, but I have a master's from the US. So will that exempt me from the TOEFL requirement, like the English proficiency requirement, if my bachelor's transcript doesn't say that, explicitly mention that the medium of instruction in my bachelor college was in English?
And can you clarify how long is the master program you did in the US?
It was an accelerated master's, so about 1 year.
1 year, okay. So for any masters that you complete in English speaking country, 1 year is minimum requirement. So if you have that, you could potentially be exempted from the English proficiency test. So do make sure you provide the copy of transcript and copy of degree certificate from the US school.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you so much.
Shrishti?
Hi, so I hope my background isn't too loud. I'm in a coffee shop.
No worries.
Sorry about that. Yeah, no, it's really, really like boiling hot in Toronto, so I had to get out. Anyway, I have some questions on courses in general. I'm from a non-traditional background. I haven't had any like formal business courses or like degree education in my past. So I know that some schools in Canada and abroad do like a level setting kind of week for students like me who come from a non-traditional background. Is there something similar at UBC, or is it just we dive right in with everyone else?
So when you mentioned about, thanks for the question, by the way. So mentioning about non-traditional path, in talking about academic record, right? In a way that you don't have any potentially business courses or business degrees in the past. As long as you have a bachelor degree, we don't really have any restrictions on which bachelor you did and what kind of major you studied. The MBA itself really designed in a way to provide the skill set that you need for people from many different industries or background. So we don't have any additional courses you need to complete before you start MBA. We do have some of the prep courses that is the same for everybody. Obviously, for people who complete their business classes or business degree, they may have some advantages, but trust me, after a few years out of school, everybody's kind of similar, come back to school and study more. It's always hard and difficult, but you will be in the group setting. You will have the support of each other. You will have the peer group support, and you will have the current student support as well as along with our staff member support here. So, so hopefully that answers your question, Srishti.
Yes, thank you. Second question is about the nature of coursework. How collaborative is it? So I know I asked this in the chat. I'm not sure if Patricia or yourself had a chance to answer it. But in general, is the assessment more individual or more collaborative?
Yeah, that's a great question. It's definitely in collaboration. So you will not get tired of your teammates for sure. And so, for example, when you start your semester, the foundation courses, during the foundation courses time, you will be assigned to a team, a group. So you will start working on team projects as well as local consulting projects. Once you head into the career tracks, you will also be assigned to a different team and different group. So you will be with the different people at different period of the time, but it's always going to be a teamwork. There may be some case that you may have to complete the assignment yourself, right? Depending on the style of the professor. But majority of the time, it's in the team setting. So we do recommend it maybe you leave about 10 or 15 hours of your time. I know it's a lot and on top of the full-time studies that you have, but you do want to make sure you participate in the team discussions and teamwork and make sure everybody have their equal share of the work.
Okay, thank you so much. Yeah, that makes sense. I'm glad that we get to switch teams around as well, so we get to experience different groups. Yeah.
Yes. Well,
honestly, because when you started with you get to assign a team, I was like, oh, so do we have the same people for 2 years then, or 1.5 years? That would be interesting also, but in a different way. Yeah.
Well, one of the way that, to learn and to be adapting yourself into any of the environment is that to make sure that you are in a different team setting, right? And along the way, you will get the support. Obviously, I know not every single person will have the right team, but that we try to really make sure that we can listen to you if you have any issues or any concerns. But I know from the past experience that they all really enjoyed their team working. But do make sure that you raise the questions. If you have any questions, raise the questions within your own team so everybody's on the same page.
For sure. Yes. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I'll email you if I have any more questions.
Sure. Yes. Please feel free to send me the email about any additional questions you may have today. And Richard? Rachid?
Thank you for this session of information. I have a question about two main points. Firstly, regarding the official documents like transcripts and diploma from our universities. Is a credential assessment from an institute, for example, with report, isn't it enough? Their assessment, for example, those reports who said this candidate have bachelor's or a master's degree. And the second question is about the references letter. What about a candidate who cannot afford them, regardless he have For example, I have 6+ years of experience, but my supervisor, I have this idea that he will never give me a reference letter. So is there any alternative? Thank you for your...
Yeah, thanks for the question. So the first question, if I get it right, please let me know if I didn't get this right, is about your degree certificate and transcript. So if you're unsure about how does that translate into the requirement that we have here, we do have a very experienced admissions team here to convert that. And we do have a website as well. Let me just send it to you so everybody has that website.
No, if you could excuse me, my question is the report from an institute of equivalency in Canada does not waiver to present the official documents from the school.
Okay, got it. Thanks for clarifying that again. Apologize for that. So we still need official transcript from your school. And if there's any circumstances you're not able to provide that, or the school is not able to provide that after you get offered admission, then you can definitely connect with our admissions team to see is there any option that you can have. But in general, we do need to have an official transcript and degree certificate from your school.
Okay, thank you. My question is just because those institutes like WIS have already received the official documents and assist them to produce the report. That's why I question. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. So I don't know which institution you refer to. So in Canada, I know there's a WISE institution who actually make sure the report is accessible and provide to the candidates with the official report. We normally will not take WISE report, but we will in very special circumstances. But even that with that, we still need the official report, degree certificate and transcript. Again, there's information can be discussed with your admissions team once you get offer admission. Okay, and the second question, I know you have the second question. I know we're heading to 3 minutes past 10. I'm happy to be here for additional 5 minutes, and just knowing there are a lot of people here may have many different questions. I'm happy to be here for additional a few minutes to answer any question you have. So for the second question about the reference letters, we do highly recommend for a supervisor's recommendation letter, but if there are any issues or difficulties obtaining those letters from your supervisor, current supervisor, or previous supervisor, potentially your colleagues, it has to be someone actually work with you in the professional setting. So if you can reach out to anyone, and it can be your supervisor's supervisor, so anyone who actually work with you and really know you well, and can provide that information is important.
Okay, thank you so much for your response.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah, and thanks so much, Patricia, for answering all the questions in the chat. And I can't keep up with this. This is a lot of information here. Anyone want to ask additional questions by raising your hands, or just simply ask questions and mute yourself? I'll be here for additional 5 minutes, but I know you have a busy schedule. I really, really appreciate you taking the time to join the session. It's a lot of information to take in today, I know, and hopefully we'll get the recording ready and sent to you in the next couple of weeks, so you can come back to see what information on today's presentation. Again, portal opens today, so don't wait. For those of you who are looking at the GMAT GRE waiver request, make sure that you download the PDF on the website. Oh, I also want to talk about, for those of you who are here in Vancouver, our colleagues from Yale will be joining us on September 14th, which is a Saturday, at our RHL open house. So if you're really interested in the Yale MAM, or just simply meet them, meet with our lovely Yale colleagues, please come to our event on September 14th for the RHL open house will be here. Any other questions in the chat? Let me see. Hi. May I know how do optional courses in period 6 and 7, the final semester? With multiple options available. Great question. Thanks for that, Yasmin. So you do have the option to attend the GMAT, which is, yes, it's actually in the last semester, as well as exchange also in the last semester. So you may want to actually plan ahead of time to see which one that you really want to attend. And I know actually in the past, there are students actually attended both. I don't know how that happened, but they somehow really have a great time management and managed to attend both. When you do have the global manager here as part of the student experience team to support you. So if you have any plan, you see any school you're really interested in attending, and you see a school as part of the GMAT you're really interested in attending as well, make sure you have that conversation with the global manager here and start planning. Start planning as early as possible. And also, for example, the courses you mentioned, elective courses, yes. So depending on how many courses you have left, I know some students will take additional courses in the period 3 or 4, or you can do 5 and 6 because that's summer experience months. Usually you do internship, or they can do sometimes taking 8 weeks of the internship and taking additional courses in the summer along with the PMBA program. So the great way to get to know your PMBA cohort is to attend the class along with them as well. And so you do need to complete the capstone course regardless. So you need to come back to complete your capstone course eventually to be able to finish the MBA program here. Well, I see that Patricia mentioned, so for full-time program means full-time. So you are here from 8 to 6. So I do not recommend additional full-time work during the full-time MBA program. If you really have that time, you're a very, very energetic person, and you do have the time to work on different, very flexible time for your work. One thing you could do is front load your courses, your elective courses. You have a little bit more time in the 6th semester, the last semester. So potentially, I know some students, when they complete the internship in the summer, they did so well, the company really enjoyed working with them as well. So they potentially offer a part-time. And because they complete a lot of courses previously, they are able to do part-time as well, completing the rest of the courses in the MBA program. And that's a very, very small percentage. So not everybody's doing the same. Our priority for you is to complete the MBA program and land a position of your choice, obviously. But we want to make sure you graduate with MBA degree here at UBC Sauder. So any other questions here? Sorry, I'm just going through to see if we missed any questions. Yeah, so we're heading to 10:10. Thanks so much for those of you still sticking around. I hope this is a session that you learned about our program and our Yale MAM program as well. Send us an email if you have additional questions. We're here to support you along the way. And again, our email address, I think, is buried again within those chats. So let me just send here everyone in the meeting. We have the 3 email address here. Right. So thanks so much to everyone joining the session. And thanks so much, Patricia, for answering all the questions. Great to have you here. With that, I'll just say bye, everyone. Good luck with your application.